Workshop Wednesday.
Workshop Wednesday.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Workshop Wednesday. Hope you guys are excited about today's episode, because I am. We're going to be looking at the Futuro set by Lassarian. So stay tuned and let's check it out. Alright, so this is another email submission by Lassarian. So he says, here's a link for my sci-fi military Futuro range of creations. I just keep adding stuff as I go along. Hope it's the sort of thing you're after. Lass. And he says, P.S. If you do feature my stuff, my name is pronounced Lassarian. The F is silent. Alright, let's bring it up. So this shout out to Lassarian. This is his workshop. He has 12 pages of 9, over 100 Futuro creations. They're all Futuro. So come check him out. There's some pretty cool stuff in here, and we're going to take a better look at it all in a second. Just want to show you how much stuff there really is. And it's actually pretty cool, and I was looking at some of the screenshots, and some of it looks like he was taking the screenshots inside of a park he's building. I'm really curious to see the final park. Let's see if we can find a screenshot. See, we can see some sort of crazy park going on in here. See, when you see it in a park like this, you go, oh wow. So I really want to see Lassarian. If you're watching this, please submit your park once you're finished so we can feature it in the park spotlight videos, because this looks pretty darn cool. So that was Lassarian's workshop. Pretty cool stuff. There's over 100 items here. Let's get a better look at it. I tried laying out things in somewhat of an organized fashion so that we could kind of get a sense of everything. So starting off, he has created a whole fence set. There's all different sorts of shapes, sizes, open doors, shut doors, blockades, all sorts of cool stuff here. And if you need to build a fence of some sort for your sci-fi futuristic parks, or if you're making some sort of Jurassic Park or something like that, these fences are pretty awesome. And there's a lot of variety here, and they fit together. He's thought of, you know, every possible combination here of how these things should fit together, which is pretty darn awesome. That's a lot of work. So if you're looking for a fence pack, he's got that in here. And then there's a nice mixture of stuff. So we have this like futuristic sci-fi military stuff. Oh, we got a little bit of a bug happening there. It's only flickering from a distance. You know me and my flickering issues. I always have to fix it. So, yeah, we have a military base. This is pretty cool. Sci-fi military. And then we have the like little cargo containers to go along with them, which is pretty cool. And I think one's a med bay here, so you can go in there. Everybody throws up inside these containers. And we have another one over here. Kind of like Halo feeling, I would say. It's pretty cool. More like military turrets for on top of buildings. I don't know what this was. I feel like this is more for the commercial. Something about this reminds me of Final Fantasy X Blitzball. Like these are like little blitz balls, and it's on some futuristic stand for them to grab. I don't know. And then we have an empty shop just for you to put your own stuff in. Restricted pass, so I guess this is an information booth. And then this is pretty darn amazing. I love this idea, having the beans with the wings, and it's like a flying bean. Very decorative. Love these little waterfalls. It's a very cool coffee shop. It's got this steampunk futuristic feel, like they're pumping and brewing their own coffee. This thing's amazing. I love it. And then there's like a coffee thing up top here. And actually, this is the one time I would say I don't mind flickering. He's put two on top of each other so they literally wiggle. It looks like the coffee's moving a little bit. See that? So, there's bubbles coming out the top. Like, they literally have a vat of brewing coffee. Very cool. And it's just pumping all the coffee through. And, oh my god, this thing is awesome. I love this. It could also work in, like, your Western steampunk parks. This coffee thing is amazing. I love it. So I think, how did I lay this out? So I had like the military here. So let's just finish looking at the military stuff. So we looked at the bunker, and now we have this like sci-fi military base kind of thing going on here. This thing's pretty cool. It's very industrious feeling. And another like hangar bay. Very cool. And this one's like an open hangar bay, so you can have a ship flying in and out, picking up goods. I love these little barracks. These are cool. It's got like tents coming off the side. People are living in here. We got soldiers and stuff. Very cool. And another barracks. This one's like destroyed and it's been sieged upon. Some broken doors and stuff. Pretty awesome. That's more of the commercial stuff. So that we have all sorts of industrious pieces. So industrious pipe for walkways, tankers. This probably is supposed to be sunken into the ground and filled up with water. And more tanks. So if you're building an industrial area in any of your parks, this stuff is really good. So very cool, and I can't wait to see this park put together with all the different sections, like the industrial sector, the commercial sector, and the residential sector. So another very cool, what do you call this, like tanker area? It's like a giant building for gas. It's like your petrol gas thing. And then that's all the military stuff. However, there is this military thing back here with a coaster running through it. So we'll save that for last. And then there's like the non-coaster version that he's uploaded. And this thing looks pretty sweet, so we'll give that a look last, I think. Then let's just look at these buildings. These buildings are pretty sweet. I love them. And like I said, he has his own style when it comes to futuristic. I mean, my sci-fi is completely different than this sci-fi, and it's really interesting seeing people come up with their creations. This, I mean, like the styles and how people have varying styles. This kind of reminds me of cyberspace, Shadowrun. Yeah, Shadowrun. It reminds me of Shadowrun. So it has that cyberpunk futuristic look to it. With the black colors and where it's like very dark, and then it has all these kind of wacky colors, like purple up here and blue and stuff like that. And that's pretty cool. Like, it's a nice style. I think if you're doing like a cyberpunk future feel, these are really good buildings. This one has a helicopter pad on top, very bright windows and stuff. It's all these cool signs down below. Nice little cool entrance. Very cool. Some cyberpunk signs. Very cool. Lots of, this one's more commercial feeling, or maybe not. It's industrious. The colors remind me of a commercial building, but the signs are screaming Thor power. Awesome. I think I forgot to look at some of these things, guys, so I have to clip this back in. I skipped over it. I went around this way and looked at that, and we forgot to look at the stuff in the corner here. So I'm clipping this in now. So we have all this commercial style stuff. Timberwood, Hugo Foss. I don't know what that is. We have Odie Free, little shopping mall. Very cool. Pandora Jewels. It's like all boarded up. Cool little shops here. I love the little glasses. Got another commercial. This is kind of like a residential building, maybe. Or no, it's commercial. Very unique designs. Neat little building. Galactic. Very cool. Love these little booths and stuff. Neat. Pizza. And then we have another... I don't know if I looked at this already, but yeah, there's another piece of the airport here with some trucks. Very cool. And then this building's really nice. I love this. Love the use of the foliage. Very cool design on top with the hexagons and stuff like that. And this is a actual coaster station, I believe. So you have your entrance and exit. Very cool. And this thing is neat. They're like little umbrellas with stools so people can sit down and eat. So it's a little pip shop diner. Very cool. And they're pumping water. They got a water tank. Awesome. Alright, back to whatever I was talking about last. And then he has all this airport stuff, which I thought was really fascinating. So we have this airport tower. I think I'm supposed to like put it on top of the building somewhere. Maybe there or something. So you have your little communications tower, and then you have this commercial building where they all come in, and it's very neat on the inside. And then I guess these are your escalators. You're supposed to put your own paths in so that they can board here, and I guess you have a SkyTrain station. Oh, I built this wrong. It derped out. Okay, so it's supposed to be like this. Yes. All right. So let's do this again. So you come in through the escalators here. There's all these cool shops. Chief of Beef. It's a shopping mall. Very cool. Yeah, little computers. I guess this is where you get... This actually looks like a ticket thing. You get your tickets here. And then you go up the escalator to board the airport. Look at this. That's beautiful. Love it. Little fast check-in booths. This is awesome. So you come up here and you go through this crazy airport tunnel. I guess it's usually connected to planes. Oh, I screwed up. Okay, so there must be another piece here. This is just another side of the airport. Okay. So this is a different one. Very cool nonetheless. And it has like the little shopping center in here. So I don't know how it's supposed to be connected. Maybe you just have the plane on the side. That's where they board, and you have a plane there. Or you put a SkyTrain station next to it. Because you can't really actually have planes in this game, so you have to leave a little bit to the imagination. So I suppose you would have a plane kind of like here or something. Right? Yeah, something like that. So nonetheless, it's very cool design. So along with all the airport stuff, he's got these really cool signs and stuff. So when you're going through the city, you can have these on the streets. And then to top it off with the airport, he has these luggage thingies. Now these are clever. I love this. So you put this somewhere in here so you can come get your luggage. Very cool. And then, oh, I think that's where you're supposed to place it. Right there. And then all these little luggages and little pulleys, wagons I should say. Luggage wagons. Very cool. Carts for your luggage. So this is the cart that they bring it out to the plane. They load it up. And then you have Simulate, a luggage shop. And the travel shield for your air mileage and all that. And yeah, very cool. Arrivals. Oh, I guess one's arrivals, one's departures. And then we got this really cool helipad over here. Does it have anything inside? Nothing inside. Just for looks. Very cool. Love the look of it. Awesome. And then he's got these really cool jet fighters. We got these little landing gear and stuff. This one's propped up. This one's taking off. And he also has this thing that feeds the luggage through. Little gears and stuff. It's shooting the luggage down the chute. So I guess this is supposed to go inside. I don't really know. Nonetheless, it's really cool. Very neat. So like I said, I would love to see this all put together in a park. And we'll hopefully Lassarian sends in his park in the future so we could take a look at it and see how he's put it all together. There's some little bit of forestry. I didn't think it really fit, but we'll have to see inside the park. Didn't really fit with the sci-fi theme, but it's hard to get sci-fi. I guess it fits with the military sector. Lots of really neat stuff in here. I think there's something for everybody here. I like the fences. I feel like there's lots of uses that could be done with that. I like the military stuff. If you're into military and like building cool parks like that, I've seen some people trying to do World War parks and different things like that, and Halo parks. Very cool. I like the industrial stuff, especially if you're doing like a, I don't know, a Mars map or something. You could use that. And this also is really good for people trying to make those crazy futuristic cities. I've been wanting to put together something like that sometime in the future, so I might have to come back and use some of these buildings. And this has that very Utopia feel. We did that last week. We did the Utopia map, or I should say workshop. So there's something for everybody here, I think. And it has a lot of variety, but nonetheless, it also all works together in one big park. Oh, how could I forget? I put these guys off to the side. Look at this. We got these cute little vehicles. We got a little military truck. This guy's really cool with the... You can fit a shop in the back, so it's like bringing supplies. It's like a supplies truck. It could also be like a really cool gulpy truck. You could turn this into a gulpy truck, like it's pumping gulpy juice through these vats. I guess this is for just supplies. You can put, it's a supplies truck. Very cool. This looks like some kind of like industrial gas transport. And then we have like a crane, construction vehicle. These are cool. I love seeing vehicles in this game. And then this one was for the luggage. Meep, meep, meep. Even has window wipers. That's hilarious. What is that made out of? Oh, they're pickaxes. Hilarious. And there's like a shovel on the back for the link. And then he's got these little robots. These are cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's got speakers on the shoulder. So yeah, construction bots, construction vehicles. And I eventually wanted to make a road for my sci-fi park that I make in the future here, since I'm building all this sci-fi stuff. And I need vehicles for my roads. So some of these vehicles might make it into my future park. Very cool. Last but not least, we have the hangar coaster. Let's take a look at this. Ooh. Lots of cool stuff going on in here. Very neat. Going through like a jungle. There's some of the signs he's used. Industrial buildings. Let's give this thing a ride. It looks like a mini steel coaster, or it's actually not a mini. I call it mini steel coasters because that's what they were in RCT1. So I'll always call it a mini steel. So we're going to give this thing a ride. It's the military industrial coaster. I think this one's for all ages, if I remember correctly. Barely making it up here. Not the craziest coaster, but it is an all ages coaster, I believe. And it's kind of like a kiddie ride. A little bit slow. Not the craziest, but it looks cool. Definitely looks cool. If I believe, if I remember correctly, let's take a look here. This is it. It's the Crazy One Looney Turns. Chain lift, all ages, kiddie coaster that does inversions, and it's a light, small track. So it's actually not the mini steel, which I was thinking of. The mini steel is actually the Junior Wendigo. So there it is, everybody. There's the Futuro. All the assets that you get with Futuro. There's over 100 items here to explore. Once again, everybody, this is Futuro by Lasarian. And yeah, you can find him on the Steam Workshop. Come check out some of this stuff. Give it some ratings. Maybe follow him if you're into the sci-fi, futuristic, cyberpunk stuff. If you guys have a suggestion or a submission of your own, please be sure to send it into channel5gad@gmail.com so we can take a look at it for next week. You can submit workshops, coasters, parks, rides, and all that good stuff. Send it on over and let's get it into the show. That's going to do it for this episode of Workshop Wednesday, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like if you enjoy. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and let me know what you guys think of Futuro down in the comments below. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video.